It is fun facts. Are you ready, Daddy?
Yeah, come on, am I ready for?
Are you
Am
ready?
I
Come
ready
on.
for fun facts?
Daddy's always ready for fun facts. So, Bern, here we go. First fun fact. Benjamin Franklin. You know him? You love him?
Hell of a guy.
Hell of a guy. Did you know he was a freak, Daddy?
I've heard he like to throw down. He was
Well,
down
he
for the
wrote and
sickness.
published like a 35-page paper. Basically, the paper is called Advice to Young Men on Their Choice of Mistress. And it's pretty much 35 pages of telling young dudes that they should just be pounding out cougars and milfs, you know?
Really,
Really, really. You want a couple quotes?
I love some quotes from Benny Frank.
All right. So, first quote from the book is because there is no hazard of children which irregularly produced may be attended with much inconvenience.
No bastards.
No
No bastards.
bastards. Let me say that again. So, because there is hazard of or no hazard of children which irregularly produced may attend with much inconvenience.
Yes.
Does that make
Irregularly
sense?
produced, meaning produced out of wedlock. Produced when
Yeah.
you're not married. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be an inconvenience. Yes. Yes, bastard children running around can be quite inconvenient.
Okay. And then the next quote because having more prudence and less beauty than the young, they are less subjected to censor.
So they're like, listen, I'm not throwing around like I used to. So I'm willing to do more stuff. I
Right, right,
think.
right. They're
Yeah.
basically saying, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
big. Remember the quote, "Big girls do more stuff."
Yeah. Yeah. This is exactly it. This is
It's
exactly it.
basically also it's like they're not fucking around here,
Nope.
right? Like I'm not here to play games. I'm here to get my rocks off and you better fucking have a hard one for me so I can do that. So, because having more prudence and less beauty than the young, they are less subjected to censor. Also, means that they're not saying no. They're ready to
Right.
party,
They're
which
ready to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down. Hey, who's down to clown, Big Daddy? You know?
Especially because they're
Uh
not worried about getting knocked up either. You know?
no. No, they're like, yeah, let's fucking have some fun and all that. So, another quote, because in every animal and indeed every vegetable honor decays with age and the most virtuous women are apt to relax in their vigor and permit more generous freedom with their persons. It's basically
Uh,
saying they're
it,
going the back door, Daddy.
yeah.
They're like, let's have a
He's
little
basically
fun.
saying they've been fighting for years. They're all out of fight. Now it's like, what? Let's get weird.
Yeah.
They're more likely to get
Also,
weird.
they're
Their
saying like
virtue has decayed.
their virtues decayed, and they're also saying that like, look, I didn't let my first husband do this, but fuck him. You get to pound my back door all you want, big fella. That's basically what they're
It
saying.
seems like in a nutshell, that's what he's getting at. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Benny Frank.
good old Benny Frank. I mean, he's just the best. He's just the best. So yeah, he wrote a book about or a 35-page paper basically saying let's just bang cougs and have some fun. That's Benny Frank's daddy,
What a
which he
guy.
uh he did. He did.
He sure did. He sure
Sure
did.
he did. Now, all right, Bernie, ready for another one?
Absolutely, Matt.
So, do you know who Robert Smalls is?
I do not.
Okay, so Robert Smalls. So he was literally a slave in Charlestown. That's like, so Charlestown was one of the major ports during the
Hmm.
Confederacy. He was a ship pilot. The guy that owned him basically rented him out to pilot boats, and then, eventually he gets to the point in the Civil War is progressing, and he's like, hey, it just gets him and his buddies, and he's like, let's go steal a boat, and what's the worst that can happen, right? Like, we don't want to be slaves anymore. The Union's close. Let's steal this boat.
Give it a
So,
shot. Just give it a
and
shot.
then they steal a boat, right? And they drive it right into a Union blockade, right? And they didn't even tell like their wives or kids. They're like, "Hey, tonight, just meet us at this pier and just follow along." Right? So they got their like wives and kids. They stole this boat. They crash it into the Union blockade. Right? And they got all their kids on boards and everything. They ended up stealing this boat, and they dressed up like the white officers' uniforms and stuff like that. So then he turns the ship over to the Union, and then a series of events happens, and he ends up being commissioned as an officer in the U.S. Navy, and then takes this planter boat back out. He ends up being in like 17 different naval battles, right? Naval engagements, right? And then the funny thing is after he does like the greatest thing you could probably ever do as a slave. So after the Civil War ends, he got some money. He goes back to Charleston, where he's from, and then he buys his owner's house and gets to live there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Like, yeah, I like this place. I am having some ideas. We're gonna change the drapes around. By the way, you're
yeah,
out,
yeah.
and I live here now.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean, I
mine.
like this place. I've never been allowed to, stay inside for more than a minute, and I've only been
Right.
allowed to go into one entrance and use these certain quarters. But I'm asleep in the master bedroom now, which also don't know how much longer that term has in woke society.
No,
The
no.
master
The
bedroom.
master bed. It's kind of been crazy. I think they call it the ensuite now. But
I mean,
yeah,
I've really, is it changed? Because I've only ever heard it referred to as the master
I
bedroom.
think they tried, but most people just call it the master bedroom.
I got a master bedroom that's got an adjoining master bath.
There you go. That's an ensuite.
That's
If it's got a bathroom adjoined, it's private bathroom. I believe that's called
Yeah,
an
it's
ensuite.
it's got his and her sinks, it's got a stand-in shower, it's tile, it's Montgomeryville. High
It's a
income area.
high income area. Yeah,
High
sure.
income area, Montgomeryville. What are you gonna do, Bern? It's not my fault. I didn't
Not
ask.
your
I
fault.
didn't
You're
ask.
killing it. No.
I'm a hardworking son of a stiff just like the rest of us, Daddy. You know what I mean? So, Bern, are you ready for our third and final fun fact?
Yeah, lay it on me, man. Lay it on me.
Okay, here we go. Have you ever heard of Fort Drum?
I think I've heard the term, but I don't know anything about it.
So after the Spanish American War, America took an island that they cut it down to where it was just 8 feet above the waterline, right? And then
Okay.
they completely leveled it and built a giant concrete bunker with battleship guns on top of it. And then in World War II, right? They were literally the last people to surrender when the Philippines fell to Japan, right? Because
Okay.
the concrete was 36 feet thick.
Jesus.
36 feet thick. The Japanese were, they were in it in 1945 when we came back to the Philippines. The chain of command were like, oh, let's get it. So they tried dropping bombs on it, right? So, like, you know, they were the last thing to surrender when we lost the Philippines to Japan, right?
Right.
Then they dropped bombs, so then the Japan's got it. Then they dropped, so we went back in 1945 and they were like, okay,
We're
they were
taking
like,
this back.
let's get it back from Japan. So they dropped bombs on it, did not work. They tried to shoot it with naval guns, did not work. And then the chain of command get the blueprints and they give it to a platoon of combat engineers to see what they can come up with. The combat engineers are like, I need a company of infantry. I need 4,000 gallons of gas and diesel, 600 pounds of TNT, and some white phosphorus
Oh
grenades.
my God.
And then they put 4,000 gallons of shit in the air vents and lit the whole thing on fire.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there you go. Then we got Fort Drum back, Daddy.
Fort Drum.
I
What a
mean, that's a great name
stronghold.
too,
It is
because
a
they
great name.
literally just they cut off the top of island, flattened it out, and then built a concrete fortress that was 36 feet thick.
That's crazy, dude.
Crazy. And
That's crazy.
they put naval guns in there, right? Like they were just fucking destroying. I mean, dude, if you were in there, you had no hearing when those guns went off.
No,
Like
you're sure.
you're just fucking.
All
Oh,
those guys are deaf.
Oh, deaf as the day was long. But yeah, Fort Drum sounds pretty cool, right?
That sounds awesome. I gotta look up Fort Drum. I really want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, dude, it looks pretty. It literally just looks like it's like a concrete fucking stump on an island. It's pretty cool. But like also like, dude, like if you're like impenetrable, there's probably like what, one or two entrances. They were
Yeah,
just and it was had naval guns in it. They were just smoking anything that came near it, and it could get bombed all the live long. You're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, you want to do this? Go ahead, go ahead. We're gonna bomb yous out. We got
yeah.
enough
Really,
bombs in here. We're gonna bomb yous out.
if
You
you got
know?
food and water, it's like we're good here till we run out of provisions.
Oh, dude,
They're
they
not
got
they're not knocking it
MREs.
down.
This is one thing I kind of wanted to wait it for this for fun fact, but did you ever hear the story of so they captured a Japanese officer, right? And they asked him when he knew that Japan was going to lose, right? And everyone thought he was going to say, well, Hiroshima and then obviously
Nagasaki,
not
yeah.
yeah. They're like no, he's like we knew we were going to lose when we attacked a naval vessel, right? And it was a carrier, a naval carrier ship or something like a big ship, a big U.S. ship, and we attacked it. And we found that this whole purpose of this ship was to make and store ice cream to give to the troops. So they were like, "Wow, when we're fucking hanging on for our lives, fighting
Yeah,
fucking." Tooth and nail, and these guys are so well stocked that they have a
they're worried
ship
about
that's
Rocky
just
Road.
the ice cream ship, you
That's
know?
incredible. Do you think it played the song? Do you think it played the song the ice
No,
cream
like
truck plays? Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
incredible.
yeah, yeah. This song from the ice cream truck
Yeah,
would have been the best. Oh, that'd be great if it did. That'd be great if it did.
that has got to be a sobering experience to be like, okay, let's see what they got in here. We're about to take all these weapons. We're about to take all these
Yeah.
supplies. Holy shit, this whole thing is full of ice cream.
Oh yeah, they're probably like, oh,
So,
we're running low on ammo and probably
right.
fresh water. What do they got in here? What do they got? Do they got some big bombs, grenades? What do they got? Well, that's a cow, and these
Mint,
are milk. What are
mint
we
chocolate
making?
chip. What's going on here?
Rocky Road?
We
Is
don't.
that what that says? What's the Rocky Road, fellas? Yeah. So yeah. There's another. I mean, damn, I hate to give away all these fun facts, but there's another one like that. So they captured a German officer, right? Did you ever hear this story?
I don't believe so.
So they captured a German officer, and they asked the German officer the same thing, like, when did you realize like Germany had lost the war? And he said that they captured a convoy, a supply convoy, and in the supply convoy was a full chocolate cake that hadn't spoiled, and he was like, if their infrastructure was that strong that a full chocolate cake that was sent from America to the front lines in Germany and had gotten it there before it had spoiled, he's like, I can't even get fresh food in my own country right now.
Right, right.
Like these
And
guys
they're
are
having
their
dessert.
infrastructure's that strong that they're able to do this. We have no chance, no chance.
That's how you
Incredible,
think
right?
you think the bombs are what demoralized the enemies, but it wasn't. It was America's passion for dessert.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. Yeah. It was
that's what
also
happened.
that like America was so jazzed up that they're like, look, we don't care if you can't fight, we'll take everybody. We got jobs for everybody. Hey, the American war machine was real. The propaganda was real. Right? They're
Hmm.
like everyone's bought in. We got guys. We ran out of positions of sending guys in to get killed that we made up the ice cream ship.
Yeah,
USS Ice Cream or something. And then we got the chocolate cake brigade. Like that's how I mean, if you're looking for the momentum, right, in a war,
yeah.
if morale is such a big thing that because it is, right?
But yeah,
Like, dude, I'm sure every guy was like, "Oh, it's ice cream Fridays, yeah, the ice cream ship, yeah,"
doot, 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 doot. Here it comes. We can hear it.